And we're back for the third and final part of this week's The Missing.
Dun dun dun.
Dun, dun, dun.
Where did they go?
So, the surgery has been completed, and things are actually looking kind of nice. That evening, as you prepare a meal, Priscilla especially notices that the food supplies with these new mouths. Admittedly, it's only one more than you would have had before, but even so, the food situation is probably not going to last forever. And with the medicine being used up, a good portion of medicine being used up, even with his apparently near exhaustible bag of tricks, things are looking a little bit stingier. And it might be a good idea to bring that up with the group.
Well, good thing she has a garden. But yeah, she'll bring it up anyway.
Yeah, you are working, but it's going to take a little while before that becomes even close to self-sustainable.
And everyone, I think we only have enough for a couple more meals.
Oh, well, I won't be selfish or anything. If I'm going to be staying here, I suppose I should pitch in what I brought with me too. And Marcus takes his big bag of luggage and like those big luggage sets you get.
Yeah,
It's the biggest one. The one that all the other ones fit inside of, that one. And he takes out his, bags of, MREs and ramen and, some canned stuff. Not a lot of that, but,
He's gonna cook some ramen.
a decent amount of food.
yeah. Well, certainly stretch this out a bit longer. Probably be able to at least make it for a month or two with this stuff, but something tells me things aren't going to resettle that quickly.
Well, I don't know if a month or two with this, it's really not as much as it looks. I mean, one of these meals get one person for maybe a day if they're stretching it.
True.
Well, if I know something about survival, then we should probably hold these ones that are non-perishable for a while and see if we can get something else.
Yeah,
Good
sure
idea.
looks a whole lot better than sea rations.
Yes, and let's also point out that the more of those we eat, the less people are going to fill up the septic tank as well. But by that same token, I can supplement with hunting, but even then, we're running on short medical supplies as well.
Yeah.
We should probably try and find Doc's van and then go on a supply run.
Sounds
I could help you try and get a deer if you ever go out. I can wake up early.
Sounds good.
it's probably
and
a good
heck-
idea.
One thing he did remember to pick up was beer. So this can be a kind of leisurely thing for a couple days.
James,
Well, that
listen,
sounds nice.
Priscilla, how's your crops coming along? Do you think you'll be able to, extend our food at least until the winter rolls around?
Oh, is that literally just me doing that, or do I have to do a roll?
Roll me an agriculture roll. Do you have green thumb?
Yes.
Okay, you can roll it again if it is a failure.
So that, what is that? That is a,
Into
Agricultural
agriculture.
skill plus intelligence in this case.
oh, yes, my strong one.
Yes.
Fuck.
Again, you can re-roll it if it's a failure.
I have a 12 in total.
Okay, excellent. Yeah, so what you know is that with a bit of work, you probably can keep... basically, you can either store some food that will allow you, basically from here until winter with what you currently have, you should be able to add about a few weeks worth of food into the, fresh, good food that will help stave off gangrene and other nastiness. Going a decent way into winter. However, it's not going to, crop up overnight. It's going to be a while before it's, really gets going.
Alright, I say that.
Okay. Also, with your skill, you think you can get a pretty decent harvest going.
Sweet.
Awesome.
Well, if some of us go looting, maybe, well, I use the word looting. If some of us go taking some from the people who went missing, then that could help too, and we can go hunting. So, with that, that should hopefully tide us over until the crops are ready to harvest.
Right.
Yeah.
Also,
Also, we might want to consider moving to the house that the woman came out of.
yes. And that kind of leads me to something I was thinking about. Especially if we're going to go out, we're going to need some way of getting around more easily. We've only got the one car left, and I don't know if it's necessarily in the greatest condition. But if we could maybe scavenge a few parts from some of the other cars in the area and refill the gas, do some repairs, and maybe even fortify it a little bit. He looks over to Vinny. Think that'd be possible? Make sort of a mobile mini tank?
I mean,
This is Dead Island, Jesus.
I don't know if it's a tank so much that's, at least reinforced.
Well, hey, anything to get a little bit of protection between us and those things is fine with me.
Yeah. The other thing we might want to think of is trying to re-find Dom's van, or Hugh's van.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. If we could get Vinny to, do a little work on Dom's old van, or on what was his
Hugh.
name? Hugh. His old van.
Well, I think what he was saying is you have to find it first. I didn't see any van outside.
Right. No. Well, if we can find it, then Vinny could probably, patch it up and get it into a nice position where we'd be able to, take it into the town without being immediately overrun.
Yeah. Hey, do you remember that fire a couple days back, right?
Yeah. You think that-
Well, seeing the condition that Hugh came back in, the two might be related incidents.
Yeah. He looks over at Vinny. What you were saying something though? Yo, Vinny, you were saying something?
Yeah, I'm not sure a van is really what you're looking for.
What would you suggest?
Well, honestly, a bus.
A bus? Huh?
Oh, yeah, a bus. I mean, it's got plenty of room. You can adjust
move
the
everyone.
hatch and plenty of seating and storage. I mean,
And there are not many cars on the road that can stop a bus, save maybe trucks or semis.
If you
Yeah,
remove a few
and,
seats, you
plus
can
you can
send up a
reinforce
bed
the-
or two.
maybe. But you can at least reinforce the drive shaft and maybe get a good front end on it, good piece of steel.
That actually sounds pretty doable.
Can anybody here drive a bus?
Well, I've
I'm-
driven trucks with trailers on them. They're nearly as long as buses. But I don't know. I've never driven one before. I'd have to see.
Yeah. Well, I can't drive, so
Priscilla, back in the war, did you ever happen to drive a bus?
She can't drive at all.
Okay, never mind.
I can drive normal cars, but that's it.
Well, that kind of narrows it down, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Careful.
You just hear Murphy convoy. This here's the rubber duck. Go hunting bear. It's like if we got a couple of good working vehicles, we could turn this base mobile if we
Yeah.
needed to.
Allowing,
To really have as my sedan though.
yeah, if Priscilla and Murphy could come
Well-
along with us if we went scavenging, that would actually be able to that would reduce some of the risk of someone getting hurt and not being able to help them.
And it could also hold a lot of supplies.
Yeah.
Yeah. So why don't we head into town tomorrow, and we will check
See
out
about
and
the
see
bus.
what we can scavenge, and then we'll try to pick up Dom's or Hugh's van on the way back.
Wherever that is.
Well, if I remember what direction the fire is and James's knowledge of the local area, he might be able to tell us, about whose house it's at.
Oh, that gives me an idea. That reminds me of something. He goes over and pulls out a map from one of the cabinets and unfurls it. It's a pretty bad map, honestly. It's too large for any sort of local detail. But with it, you can kind of get an idea of the local towns and major roadways. And he points to a spot near a large patch of blue. We're about here. He moves his finger towards a small town. And here's the nearest town. It's not that big, which actually might work in our favor if a lot of those things are about. Aside from that, there's a lot of just houses. Not a lot of good, he kind of shrugs, looting, I guess. If we want to go looking for supplies, but the town would definitely have some stuff. There's a police station, there's a clinic, not a proper hospital or anything, but there's enough there that we'd be able to get what you need.
Hopefully some more locals.
Marcus chimes in. Well, if I'm going to be doing any looting, I'd like it to be minus the violence. Against other people, anyway.
Yeah. He nods. Well, in that case, I'd actually almost say the town might be better, if only just because if we go knocking on people's doors, there's a good chance that someone with an itchy trigger finger is going to start, taking the wrong idea. If we go into town, there might still be some sort of semblance of order, and if not, then I don't think anyone's going to be, minding if we get in and grab a few things.
Yeah, probably not, but...
Which, the itchy trigger finger seems to be what killed the esteemed Hugh
It did look
the
that
first
way.
time.
Vinny, Dom, Vinny, Marcus, you guys came in kind of later. Did you see what did you see on the road, if anything? He looks at Vinny, apart from the people you ran over.
Well, when I met up with Vinny, he was on foot like me, and we talked in the road, and, well, we both figured out we were going to the same place, so we figured we'd tag along.
Well, I mean, so much as you said there was a cabin, and I said, alright.
Well, you said you were going anywhere, and,
well, yeah, I
you were
got to find my
nowhere.
big brother. I mean, if I don't find him, well, I don't know what's going to happen.
Well,
it's safer
maybe
to
we can
be in
help
a
you with that.
group.
Yeah. We also might want to think of
Look, Rummy pipes up from her place on the couch.
Oh, well, it'd be safer in a group than alone, so there's that. A lot safer to be within this group than out alone.
Well, yeah, there's more eyes looking for her, or him. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Except for Priscilla. Priscilla, do you think you'd be up for a drive if we went out as a big group?
No, I mean, it's going to be as dangerous as it's going to be,
Alright.
Yeah. The only problem that I have is I'm sorry. What was the? Was it Winter? What was
Rummy.
Rummy.
Rami. The only problem I have is Rami's surgery.
Well,
She can't move around overly much.
Well, somebody would have to stay back with her then.
If we got a bus or something, we can definitely turn the back into something that she could use. And I know Hugh's van had a. It was a party van. There was a bed in the back.
Jim's guy goes like, well, hold on. If Bill getting left behind, Priscilla, would you be okay looking after Rami?
Oh yes, that'd be fine. I mean, I'm not that much of use since the war in no physical conflicts.
He looks at the gun that's kind of holstered at your side. You're pretty good shot with that thing, though.
Well, I'm even better just staying here. This would be just in case, you know?
Good idea. Though, if it's all the same to you, I'll stay with these two. If everyone else is going out, no offense, Priscilla, but maybe an extra pair of hands wouldn't be so bad.
Alright.
Well,
I
at any
use the
rate-
company.
And somebody feeding you.
Yeah.
But at any rate, we should probably turn in. It's getting late.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Yeah, a bit.
Yeah, as this night passes, you each regain 2 hit points, and you all get 3 experience.
Good.
Sorry about that, guys.
That's not quite all right. So yeah, you all get 3 experience, and that's going to wrap it up for this week, except for some bookkeeping right here at the end. But yes, next week we will deal with both what happens at the cabin when the most the most defenseless members of the group are left on their own.
Yeah.
And
Oh, that's great.
Well, I still have my 9mm.
oh, you're not completely helpless or anything, but the incompetent, the old lady, and the badly injured surgery patient are probably the weakest fighters.
True.
Well, Marcus never said he would go along, you know.
True. Marcus
Yeah.
might stay.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens with the group split next week, but regardless, we'll see what happens when some people stay behind in the cabin, and others go off to head off looking for the van, and see what happened to our dearly departed friend, and maybe meet the person who dearly departed that friend.
Oh gosh.
Hell yeah.
And maybe they'll dearly depart more of us.
Well, honestly, I'm just worried that we've committed the first cardinal rule of the horror game, which is split the party. So,
Yeah, we do have a much bigger group, though, than in most horror movies.
True.
Yeah.
Keep-
Keep in
people.
mind, the first
As
guy
long
to
as you
tie
kids
went
don't
off
try
on
and
his
split up
own.
while you're there, then it's
Yeah,
fine.
that's the death sentence.
Yeah.
yes,
He's
that's very
off on
true.
his own. So
Yeah, we've already got the first kill out of the way, so now we just have to figure out who's the slut, who's the nerd, who's the jock, who's the.
Oh, God. Oh, by the way, speaking of sluts, nerds, jocks, and fatties, go down, link in the D-box. Leprechaun, RP.
Damn it!
Fucking Leprechaun. Watch that shit. I GM'd it, and it's fucking awesome.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
are we
Okay.
still recording?
Yeah, we're still recording. I'm just right.
Why do you think I'd say that?
So yeah,
Clearly.
each of
Clearly
you-
the only reason.
Oh God. So you'll get 3 experience. Mara, you get the extra 3 from last week as well. As I said before, you
Okay, yeah.
get to apply that to the character.
What was the experience that we got last week? Was it 3 or 4?
3 as well.
Okay.
No, it's 4.
Oh yeah, it was 4
Yeah,
last
we
week.
got
4
4
last
last
week.
week.
All right,
Alright,
you guys
well,
Sweet.
I got some stuff I need to do before I hit the hay,
Okay.
so I will say goodbye for tonight. It was nice to meet you all, and nice to RP.
Yeah,
Awesome.
Jared,
Bye.
it's great to have you.
Bye.
Jolly good RP, everyone.
Jolly good. Jolly good.
Okay,
User
so
disconnected
anyone
from your
else have
channel.
anything else they want to do or say to the here before we wrap up?
No,
Not at this
not
time.
really. I just
Nope.
want to put some experience points into first aid. So
Okay,
After
what's your
we
current
do
skill?
it is. I have to open back up the sheet.
Okay, it's just going to be 1 plus the number you're trying to.
I have 3 first aid.
What was that?
I have 3 first aid.
Okay, so it'll be 4 points to go up to the next level.
Oh,
I'd like to finish building my character, I think.
Okay. Yeah, well, you wrap that up. Meantime, though, for those of you watching at the YouTubes, please let me know in the comments whether or not you like this new format where the videos are going to be broken up and kind of uploaded relatively quickly for our sections. I know it's a little bit easier for some people to not have to sit down to the entire thing. It's going to be nice for some people who want to just watch these nice and quick. It might be a little bit more annoying for some people who don't like their feed getting flooded, so let me know in the doobly-doo. Till then, we'll see you guys next week for more Major's Bizarre Adventure.